Are you struggling to write your book? Do you feel like you just don't have time, or when you sit down, you just don't feel inspired to actually get it done? Well, tonight here on 10,000 Things, I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and I am going to talk with you about how to create the time and space to get your writing done. Here on 10,000 Things, I talk about the 10,000 things you need to know to write, publish, and promote your book. We at Two Sisters Writing and Publishing have written and published 28 books in the past 5 years, and I've actually written 35 books. So I want to share with you all the tips and tricks that have helped me so you too can become a published author or finish that screenplay or write those essays or blog posts or whatever it is you're trying to write. So, time and space are imperative, or you will not get the writing done. So, let's talk about time. Just like you schedule anything else that you might do in your life that's important, you have to schedule the time to write. Otherwise, life will happen and the time will get gobbled up by all kinds of other things. So, when I was writing my first novel, I would literally set the timer, the alarm clock to get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. And I would write for a few hours before I went to my job as a newspaper reporter in Detroit. I would also write on like Friday nights and weekends, and I was engaged and planning a wedding at the time. So I would just decide, you know what, this is a top priority for me. Instead of going out to dinner, out to the movies, party, whatever, I wanted to stay home and write my book. And guess what? I got it done fast. So time requires a commitment. So you can write out a contract to yourself. I commit to write X number of hours per week. Now, time. I committed to 4 hours a week, but once I got in that groove and got that momentum going, I was unstoppable and it became many more than 4 hours a week. But at minimum, that was my commitment to myself. And so time is very, very important in terms of looking at your calendar. Look at your daily calendar and get one preferably that has like these sort of 30-minute, actually it's 15-minute blocks where you can carve out the time. And even if you only have 15 minutes a day or 2 hours a week, whatever it is, just write it down. Use colorful pens, mark up your calendar, highlight it, make it look really inviting, and just commit to that. Now, if you are not good with time, I would recommend that you do something that makes you accountable. Have a writer, another writer who can help you be your accountability partner that you check in with daily. And if you know that person is waiting for a good report from you, it might make you more inspired to actually do the writing. You can also join a writing group that has sort of schedules, prompts, productivity, hallmarks that they're trying to reach, milestones. So that can also help you stay accountable to a schedule. You can also pay a writing coach. And if you're paying somebody to get the work done, it's just like with a personal trainer at the gym. You're actually going to show up because you paid the money, you made the commitment, and boom, you get the work done. You get the gym workout done. So you get your book written. I'm a book coach. So if you want to work with me, I'd be happy to help you. Please go to twosisterswriting.com and you can see how to sign up for individual sessions or my 6-month book coaching program that happens starting in July through December. We're almost in the 5th month of the 2021 first session, and last year's session actually has 2 published authors from my book coaching program. So book coaching can be the impetus that you need to actually get the book done or whatever it is that you're writing. So, time and space. Time. Know your body's rhythm. What time of day or night do you do your best writing? Because if you sit down to write when you're tired, it's not going to be productive. So don't even bother. Write when you're going to have that pop in, genius, high vibe, high energy, clarity, creativity, productivity, physical energy to get it done. Even if it's for a 15-minute burst, If that's all you can do, seize that moment in your high energy time to do the writing. You might create one paragraph that's so spectacular that you can't do when you're foggy and sleepy and tired or distracted. So know yourself, and that might take a little bit of a self study to figure out when is my best writing time? When is my brain energy, my body energy, my clarity, my focus at its maximum, and seize that daily. I personally know that my morning time after coffee and my green goddess smoothie, I rock. Okay. So when I need to do some writing, I do it at that time. I know that's when my brain is on and popping like no other time, except if I just took a run or had a great workout, my energy is super clear and high. So I seize those moments sometimes. Sometimes if I'm out running and I get so many ideas, I come home and I take off the sweaty clothes and don't even bother to do anything else. I just start writing. So whatever you have to do, just do it because that energy is worth its weight in gold. Well, you can't measure energy like that, but it's invaluable. It's invaluable because that is where those golden nuggets of genius pop up in that high energy zone. I also know that when I've had my coffee, certain foods is when my energy is the best. Also, clearing out distractions, turning off the phone, not scheduling anything, not being worried about anything you have to do later. So, the time you select for your writing should be free and clear of all distractions and at your highest peak performance. Now, some people, I just interviewed someone on Writer Talks, Mackenzie Toston. She said she likes to write at night. Some people like to write in the middle of the night. Some people like to write super early before dawn. Some people like to write after dinner. Now, some people get drowsy after dinner and don't want to write. So you have to know what works for you. Time. Time is extremely important, not only what time, but how much time. So, I've talked about reverse engineering from your target publication date back to now to figure out how much time you have to commit to writing to finish the book, promote the book, publish the book on a specific date. Now you can decide, okay, if my book is 100 pages and it takes me 10 days to write a page, how many days do I need to write if I'm writing an hour a day? You do the math. I'm a writer. I don't want to boggle my mind with all that math, but I do it when it's time to figure out the reverse engineering process of how much time I need to commit to get the writing done. So, time. Now, another thing that you can do is set a timer while you're writing. Some writers, if they only have 5 minutes to write because they have a family, a dog, a job, a house, and all kinds of other things, and they still want to do their writing, they will literally set their timer for 5 minutes. So you get that jolt of creativity and feeling like you're doing something in your passion and get it done. So commit the time and reward yourself. Reward yourself. If you say, I'm going to write an hour a day every day, 5 days a week, and then you actually do it, make your reward something you really, really like. Maybe you get to watch a show for an hour as your reward, or you get to do whatever makes you super happy, however you like to reward yourself. And if you don't do it, then maybe you have a consequence for yourself that you can't watch the show. Another thing is really important is to just really honor yourself. Honor your why. Why are you even committing to this? And think about the consequences if you don't achieve it. It's so easy to blow off writing. It's so easy to just do something else, to watch something passively or go somewhere or take a walk. It's so easy to not write. Writing can be really hard. But if you don't do it, and that book, that screenplay, that song, whatever it is calling inside you to come out into the world through your act of writing, which takes your time commitment, What's the consequence of you not doing it? The consequence is it'll get stuck inside you, may never come out, and you may never share it with the people who it could inspire, it could make happy, it could instruct, it could help, it could save lives. So, whatever it is that's trying to come out of you, honor it. Just do it. And let me tell you, the sense of fulfillment when you commit the time and actually bring it up out of your heart and soul is so immeasurably awesome. You can't put a dollar amount on it. You can't really explain it. It's just this sense that I did it. I did it. And it's magical. So please honor the time, honor the call, and do it. So, next, if you're committing the time to do the writing, you need a space to do it in. Now, if you have a space that's cluttered and too warm or dusty or not the right lighting or noisy or there's people coming and going that are distracting, that's not going to inspire you to sit down and write. It's very important to create a space that is your writing space. Now, it doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to be something that nurtures your creativity. The chair needs to be the right kind of chair for you. Sometimes I sit on the sofa with a laptop and sink in and just type away. Sometimes I have to be at a table with the firm chair and the firm table underneath my the computer, and I need to write with that sort of structure. Sometimes I like to take a notebook outside on a blanket and write by hand. So know your writing preferences and create a space or spaces that vibe with your creativity. When I was writing my first novel, I posted all kinds of really inspiring messages. I actually had a magazine column that was super inspiring. I posted all kinds of notes like, you can do this. I cut out the New York Times best-selling books list and posted it up, like knowing I would be there someday. I, um, I played music that had song lyrics that inspired me, that said, I can make it happen. I can achieve this goal. I can rock this. And so I played that music. I did everything I needed to do in my space to pump myself up, to encourage myself to know I can do this. So, whoopsie. So you can do the same. Now, there's a number of things you can do to embellish the space that are really important and visually. For me, it's important. I have my vision board ahead of me so I can look up at all the awesome things on my vision board. I have notes all over the wall about encouraging me to do what I do. I also have things on my desk like I love the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I have that here. I have lots of things that really keep me inspired. I have lots of notebooks. I have lots of pens everywhere. I have pens. Where's my well, anyway, I can't reach it. They're all different colors, and I write in different colors, and it really excites me that I can just like come here and just burst out with all these ideas and colors and words. And oh my gosh, I have notes all over the place, sticky notes. It's fun. So, my point to you is make it fun, make it inviting. Now, very importantly, as I talked about, knowing your best time of day for writing and your highest energy level, you also need to know what's the best temperature for you. I like it cool. If it's too warm, I get drowsy and foggy and can't write well. I like silence. Some people need lots of music. Some people prefer to be in a coffee shop with bustling sounds and people all around. Some people like to have on headphones and play music and listen to that while they're writing. So know your groove when it comes to writing, sound or not. I love the silence, but sometimes classical music or instrumental chill. It really depends on what I'm writing because if you're writing and there's words with lyrics, a lot of times the lyrics interfere with the ability to create your own sentences. So that's why instrumental music might be best. And that with a really cool beat like house music can also rev up your energy to keep you writing. Now you could also have a small fountain that with the trickling water sound that might help you. You could have wind chimes. I have wind chimes that, I just love the zen feeling of that. Um, Whatever works for you in your writing space is what it's all about. Now, it's proven the science of colors can help you. There's certain colors that energize you, like red and yellow. There's certain colors that soothe you, like pink and light blue. There's certain colors that kind of symbolize the blank slate, black or white. So, whatever colors work for you, you should definitely make certain that your writing area has those colors if those are what inspire you. Colored lights enable you to change the color of the room also, and lighting is very important. Do you like to write in a dim room with your laptop? Do you like to write in bright rooms and just feel like that energizes you to be in a really bright space? Do you like to write by excuse me, by candlelight? Do you like to write by, some disco lights, psychedelic swirling lights, whatever? You can do whatever you want. It's super cool. There's so many cheap ways that you can create really creative writing spaces. Now, a desk should be very comfortable for you in terms of the ergonomics. There's all this stuff about your elbows should be at a certain level and your chair should be firm, supporting your back, etc. You can research that as well. So make sure you're sitting in a very healthy position that is going to enable you to stay well as you write because you're sitting for a long time, so it's important to be able to get up from your space, stretch, move your body and come back, and that'll boost your energy level to make your writing all the more efficient. So also in your space, I mean, you can bling it out as much as your heart desires. There are certain things that I keep in my writing space that really help me a lot. So, for example, essential oils. So, if you know what aromatherapy is and how the scents of things can help us, our emotions, our energy levels, and such. So, rosemary essential oil, I love doTERRA. When I Oh my gosh. It smells really good, but it also does something that boosts my brain energy. So I love to smell my doTERRA essential oils, and they really, really help me. There's others I have Breathe, which is like peppermint-ish, and it's also very energizing for writing. Oh my gosh, it smells like peppermint candy. It's just delicious. And then there's other ones like sage, which is very clearing. And so if I get a phone call and I'm distracted, I can sniff a little sage and it just really like resets me. I also love crystals. So I have all kinds of crystals here on my desk, like my soda light, which helps writers and boosts our immune system, no, our confidence or self-esteem. And I like to sometimes touch my stones as I'm writing. I have so many over here and I like just like they're shaped like hearts, which to me symbolizes love. And this is my um green moss agate heart-shaped love rock. So I just hold them and it grounds you, especially when we're in our creative zone. We're like way up here. So when you hold the rocks, they're cool in your palm, whatever works for you. Like some people have a stress ball, some people have those, squishy things. So whatever you like. And when I hold the rocks, I just feel really grounded and my mind is just like cleared. And then I can come back and the ideas flow. So again, it's all very personalized. Also, keep symbols of your success. Like I love castles. So I have this little castle on my desk. And if I'm in a brainstorming mode while writing, I'll glance down at the castle and it just helps me stay super fantastical. So, whatever you need to do. um, so, these are some of the things that you can do to create time and space to do your writing. Very importantly, I would like to add that what you're wearing can really, really impact your writing speed, ability, clarity. If you're in comfortable clothes, chances are you're going to do better writing. Because if you're wearing something that's really constricting and uncomfortable, you're going to be conscious of that. But if you're able to have the sort of out of body experience that you get when you're in your flow state genius zone, when you realize, oh my gosh, I'm writing and I'm so lost in the writing that, oh, I have hands. Oh, I have a body. Oh, I'm sitting at a desk. That happens. You want to get in that zone, and you don't want to be feeling your waistband or, the sleeve scratching or the tag scratching the back of your neck, distracting you from that, which is the pinnacle of writing. No matter what you're writing, when you're in that zone, it's euphoric. It is the best, and that's what we're striving for. And guess what? You can get there when you create the time and space to get your writing done. I hope this has helped you. Please drop me a comment. Tell me what you're writing. If you have any questions, or tell me about your writing space, I'd love to hear that. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and here on Two Sisters Writing and Publishing's show every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 10,000 things you need to know to write and publish your book. So please tune in next week when I have another informative conversation about what you need to know to get your writing done the best way possible so you can be a positive and powerful influence on the world. Please do visit twosisterswriting.com. And also, if you'd like to work with me as your book coach, I would love to do that. You can learn about it at our website, twosisterswriting.com. I really love to share all the enthusiasm, excitement, experience, and expertise that I have writing books with you. So please follow us on Twitter at the number two sisters writing and Elizabeth Atkins on Twitter as well. Please do subscribe to the channel and click the notification button so you know every time we go live or upload a new video. And also, please give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate your support. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and I want to thank you for joining me here on 10,000 Things, and I will see you next time. Meanwhile, happy